Hi, everybody. I'm so sorry I'm late. I was having trouble getting on the webinar. It kept telling me the DNS server was not available or something. Okay, let me get into Facebook and start that. I'm so glad to see you. We've got you guys. We're up to some big shit today. This is no kidding around time. I'm very psyched to talk to you about this. Try logging into Facebook again. What? Oh my God. Why must everything be? I'm having really weird technical difficulties today. In fact, I'm going to pause. Hello. So glad, everybody. Great to see you all. Blurry image. What is going on? Because my image is blurry, and yet I look very clear to myself. Isn't that always the way? Clear to ourselves, blurry to others. Let's see. How's that? Is that better? Do I look fluffier? Hearing me and seeing me getting clearer now didn't help. Wow. I don't know what to tell you guys. I might just be blurry today, and let me make Veronica's the co-host already. There she is. Okay. Hi, everybody. Okay, here we go. This is our, Zoom's just having some crazy days today. But we are going, nevertheless, we will endeavor to excel. Here's the story. I keep going on and on about how this 15-minute a day thing can completely change your life. And then I did it to myself the other day. I hadn't exchanged one word of communication on any platform with my literary age. Oh, we didn't breathe. No wonder it's all discombobulated. Stay tuned for the rest of the story. Let's breathe. Let your belly go soft. Soften your gaze. Soften your attitude towards technology. And let's inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's better. Hi, everybody. Great to see you. So the thing says I'm just teaching you how to deal with what comes. Yeah, you just got to deal with what comes. You just got to roll with it. Don't ever expect things to be perfect, especially technology. You just got to roll with it. So I had not exchanged word one on any communications platforms with my literary agent that I had just signed with in March 2020. I had just signed with her. I had given her my book proposal for the new book, and she had just come back to me and said, actually, the way you have this, I think, is incorrect. You need to flip it over and to change the way this book is, which really she was absolutely right, but it really threw me for a loop. And then I took Amy Ehlers and I took 20 women to Belize, and we came back, and 16 hours later, the entire world shut down. And I got an email from her that Monday that she sent out to all her clients, like, we don't know how we're dealing with the shutdown, stay tuned. And that was it. We had not communicated since then. And some of it was me sort of banging my head around the idea of changing this book proposal. But it also was just like, we remember the creative fog we were all in the first couple of months of COVID. We were just like, we couldn't leave the house. We didn't know what was going on. And then a lot of disastrous things happened in my life. And just between one thing and another, I just hadn't communicated with her. And then you know how it is when you've got something that you're putting off and you're like, has it been too long? I don't know. So finally, yesterday, I sent her an email and just said, I didn't say anything about how it had been a long time. I don't believe in that. I hate that when people, I don't hate it. I always raise an eyebrow when somebody's like, you probably noticed you haven't gotten a newsletter from me for a couple of months. I'm like, no, I hadn't noticed. And why would you call it to my attention? Like, if I noticed, whatever, I just figured you were busy. So I didn't say it's been a minute. I just said, I bought a house in Connecticut and now I need to pay for it. And here are some of my latest book ideas. She wrote me back less than 10 minutes later to say, I have been thinking about you so much. I'm so glad to hear from you. Yay. Let's talk about these ideas. So you know what I'm going to ask you to do during our 15 minutes of productivity here. I'm going to ask you to reach out to somebody that you've been wanting, that's been on your heart, that you've been wanting to connect with. And I don't care if you send them a Facebook message or a text or an email, and maybe it's somebody you talk to all the time. Maybe there's not been any estrangement. You just want to take a moment to say, you know what, I really love and value you in my life. Like, I think about you all the time and I just really care about you. Or I did have somebody before I left California, I had somebody reach out to me and actually sort of make amends to me. Which was good because they had behaved badly. And I was glad to receive their amends and offer whatever forgiveness was mine to forgive. So maybe it's something like that. Maybe it's just someone you love. Maybe, maybe you need to send a condolence note, maybe any of those. Okay. So I want you to think of 3 people right now that you could reach out to. You're not going to reach out to all 3, just pick 3. And make a quick note right now. Quick note. And then we're going to do our little decision-making thing. Would you rather reach out to number 1 or number 2? Good. And just make a note, 1 or 2. Would you rather reach out to number 1 or number 3? Make a note. Would you rather reach out to number 2 or number 3? And then pick whoever you pick. It could be the person who got the most votes. It could be the person who got the least votes because you know that you're avoiding them and you really need to do it. So also, if you want to do something else entirely, knock yourself out. You do not have to do this. I am not your mom, but I think you will be pleased with yourself if you do it. So I'm going to set our countdown for maybe 12 minutes. It's usually 15, but I want to get some results too. So I'm going to set this timer for 12. I'll do our little countdown. Everybody ready? Anybody have any questions? Anybody freaking out? And Joe says, gulp. Sure, I can do that. Gulp. Here, look, I've got my encouragement for you. Here's our be brave, sweetheart. Be brave. You too could have this mug. It's available for sale at the Real Sam Bennett shop. Designed by the glorious Veronica Gazzardi. Okay, you guys are being really quiet. Everything okay? Julie says, I almost didn't come this morning because I felt like I needed to reach out to 2 or 3 friends. There you go. All right, everybody. I'm going to mute myself. I'm going to put on, and I'm going to start our countdown. So reach out to someone that is just on your heart. You don't need to mention how long it's been. Just say, hey, I've been thinking about you. You popped into my head today. And I just wanted to say XYZ. I love you. I just wanted to say, I'm sorry for the loss of your dad. I just wanted to say, I hope you're happy. I just wanted to say, whatever it is you want to say. Make it short and sweet. And then send it. Okay. Oh, Julie says this. Oh, this is so great. Julie says, my story about that reaching out thing is that a recent 15 minutes burst got me clearing out all the unused stationery that my mom had. And now it's a thing of mine to sit down daily and handwrite a note. This means it's also a ritual to walk out to the mailbox and mail it, putting that red flag up. That feeling of this is my ritual is so comforting. Oh, Julie, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. And I will say, Julie recently sent me a note on one of Sue Boardman's cards and a very sweet little housewarming present. So that was very kind of you, Julie. Julie and I used to be neighbors. I don't know if you know this. Julie and I lived in the same building in Carpinteria, slow tier for Carpinteria. Okay. But now we live elsewhere because that's what life does sometimes. Okay, here we go. 12-minute countdown. Ready, set, reach out. amazing. We're already seeing amazing results. June says she texted 2 of the 3 people. Gaynell says, I texted an ominous message to a friend warning her about tomorrow. Your birthday is coming. Your birthday is coming. Your birthday is coming. That's funny. And Joe says she made a list, writing notes, got to go buy stamps. This is what I was thinking about over breakfast today. Same wavelength. Yay. Catherine says, I wrote a short email to a brother in California. I've been meaning to do this for months, but life was hectic. I'm so pleased to have done this at last. Thank you, Sam. Yes. Deborah says, wow, I sent 2 important text messages regarding my business and book in progress. Thank you. Yes. Lori says, very woo-woo. I did what you suggested earlier this morning and got a reply. So I spent the time tidying up my library. Good for you, Lori. Lorelei, hi, great to see you. Shay, Shay says, I had a falling out with my best friend almost a year ago and we've tried to patch it up, but it's been rough going. We're texting now in a good convo, really special. Oh, honey, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I gotta say, those friendships that I have where there's been a little hiccup or there's been some difficulty, when you do that work to mend it, it's better, it's stronger, it's deeper. Good for you. Takes some real balls to do it though, doesn't it? Some real ovaries. Megan says, I texted a business contact to schedule a meeting to discuss possible sale of our locations. So like, this is big stuff, you guys. Best friends, brothers, business partnerships, books in progress. Really good, really good. And, possibly, again, life-changing. I mean, book deals can bring in tens of thousands of dollars. Family relationships are everything, those friendship relationships, those are the people you need when things get shitty and when things are great, right? You can't always celebrate with everybody. Gaynell says she also wrote a get it done haiku. Help ideas grow, desire plus goal plus action, tend, reap, celebrate. Oh, I want to read that again. Help ideas grow, desire plus goal plus action, tend, reap, celebrate. That's great. And it's related to Proverbs 13:4. The soul of the sluggard desires and has nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat. Yes. Yes. Julie says, I reached out, other Julie, there's several Julies in this group, you know that, right? Okay, Julie says, I reached out to a dear friend and asked again for her support, which I've been putting off. Great. Sue says, I sent an email to a struggling potential client, hopefully helping her accept something about herself so she can move on and forgive her mother. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Gotta see success. Yesterday, I learned that I had won a prize in the online challenge I've been doing. Well done. After I decided I couldn't do it perfectly and probably wouldn't win, but I wanted to participate, be eligible for the grand prize, so I got a C. I couldn't take a picture of my goddess perfume, so I added the link and copied the sales copy and wrote about it and my biomat that I've loved, like the Velveteen Rabbit, into shabbiness. When I arrived at the call late after soul support, I offered to share, and the facilitator said, hey, is your last name Ling? Did you hear us talking about how much we loved your post and the way we wrote? You won. Too cool and not even trying. Okay, so take the note, Julie. Get a C works for you. You've done this before, right? You had a video to put up and you were super shy about it and then you did it and everybody loved it. Like, girl, you got to get over yourself, right? So good. June says, let's do this together every morning. Totally. Make a little group. Y'all are here in the Facebook group together. You can plan something. I'm all for it. Yeah. Oh my God. Way cool. Yes. Julie with a little J. That's okay. All the Julies are awesome. It doesn't really matter. This is great, you guys. I'm so proud of you, right? Just a little bit of bravery, just a little bit of courage, strength of the heart, right? And feeding into those relationships is everything. Everything good comes to us from other people. Money comes to us through other people. Love comes to us through other people. Opportunity comes to us through other people. And if we don't tend to nurture those relationships, we can't be surprised when the cupboard's bare, we can't generate everything today. June is very sweet. She's saying I look great today. She said something earlier about how I look actually, and she said that she thought I looked thinner, and I don't think I've actually lost weight, but I think it's funny. I just had the same thought in the mirror. I was like, oh, I look better. And I think that's what you're seeing is I'm actually, I think, starting to shake off this long COVID thing. So I think I look a little healthier, slightly less dead than I have this last year. And I feel a little bit more like myself, which is a relief. So if you know anybody with long haul COVID, oh, be nice to them and tell them to hang in there, because I think we've rounded the corner. We'll see. I've had upswings before, so we'll see. Lorelei says, I'm new. Hi, Lorelei. And joined a little late here, but got the writing to someone who's been struggling. I write to her every week to make sure she's going okay. So this reminded me to reach out now. Oh, that's beautiful, Lorelei. I love that. Thank you. And just as funny how impossible things seem possible here. Grateful. Catherine says, hooray. Yeah. Great. Well, you guys, way to rock it. Way to rock it. This is really impressive. I'm delighted to see your success. I can't wait to see what we do next week and to see where all these little seeds you've just planted today go. And yes, if you want to make a daily practice out of this, I highly recommend. You know, I have always said, and I have yet to be proven wrong, that if you spend 15 minutes a day on whatever it is that matters to you and do one reach out a day, right? Write a note, send a text, make a phone call, whatever, your life will be very much the way you would like it to be. Those two things, 15 minutes a day, one reach out a day. Prove me wrong. I double dog dare you. Veronica, as always, thank you so much for your presence and your backup. Sorry about the kerfluffle. Zoom was having a rough time this morning, but I will look forward to seeing you all soon. If you're not on the email list at therealsambennett.com, make sure you get on that so that you get these updates and all the other fun stuff we're doing. And let's do one more breath to close out this circle. You ready? Let's inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for doing this with me. Well done, everybody. Good job.